Welcome back, everybody. My name is Reese Trevino with DeathCloud, and this is The Reaching by Blank Electronics. With Reaching, this pedal is all about crafting lush, expansive delay sounds, perfect from everything to intricate riffs to expansive soundscapes. With its unique blend of rich modulation, intuitive controls, and endless creative potential, the Reaching delay is sure to inspire your playing. Okay, let's go ahead and unbox this beauty. We have the box art for the Reaching by Blank Electronics. You can see we've got the little sticker here. Comes in a little pedal pouch. Go ahead and open her up. And we've got the pedal. Also comes with a sticker. Make that ×2. And of course, the manual. Gotta love it. Moving on into the pedal. The Reaching has 2 rows of knobs, a switch here, and then of course 2 buttons. Right here we have the bypass on and off button, the hard click switch, and to the left we have the momentary switch that actually causes the delay to self-oscillate. Pretty wild. Up here, top left-hand corner, we have level, which sets the gain to the circuit all the way maxed out, and you actually get a pretty wild preampy distortion kind of tone. Next knob, we have the feedback knob, and this controls of course, the amount of delay that is in the signal, amount of times it repeats itself. To the right is the age. The age kind of shapes the feel or the fidelity of the delay signal, kind of almost like a lo-fi knob, which is pretty fun. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have these 2 silver knobs. Actually, in the bottom row, left-hand corner is the rate knob. This controls the rate of the LFO signal in the modulation, which we'll get into in a little bit. And then to the right, all the way over to the right, we have the depth knob. The depth knob controls the amount of modulation from the LFO, which we'll of course get to here in a second. And then this one in the middle is going to be the time knob, which of course sets the time for the interval of the delays. And last but not least, we have the warp switch. When turned in the on position or up position, the delay time changes with the rate of the LFO or the modulation. So, of course, you can control the time of the delay with this knob here, but when this is in the up position, it also changes with the rate knob for the modulation, which you get kind of like a crazy, almost up and down roller coaster effect with the delay time, which is insane for a delay pedal. I don't think there's too many pedals on the market that do that. So without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, now that we've got it hooked up, let's go ahead and run through some of the settings, see if we can play around with it a little bit. The guitar that I'm going to be using for this video is a Jennings Voyager Deluxe with Lambertone cremas, and then we will also be running a touch of compression at the beginning of the chain before the Reaching delay, as well as for our amps we are running into a Strymon Iridium. We're in the Chime amp in the C cab, or I believe it's the Mesa Boogie cab. But let's go ahead and just hear how it sounds clean with nothing. We'll keep the delay on just so, actually not, we'll turn it off. Haha. Here we go. Okay, let's go ahead, turn the delay on. We'll go ahead and bring the level up a touch, and let's listen to the delay and how it just sounds on its own with the warp switch off, of course. Nice. Almost like a darker bucket brigade delay. I really like how it gets darker the more it delays. Awesome, love it. Okay, let's bring in the age. We'll start off a little bit more than the level and feedback. That way we get it kind of like how it feels. And then we'll play with the time just a touch, kind of give it some space. We're not introducing any modulation or LFO yet. So let's hear how it sounds. Almost introduces like almost a signal degradation to it with the age knob. Let's listen to it a little bit more present, and let's bring in the level to the same, kind of get a little bit of those distortion tones that I was talking about. That's pretty cool. Adds a level of distortion to the delay that not too many delay units out there can do, which is really, really cool. It's one of the cooler features about this pedal. But now that we've heard a couple of the sound samples of the delay, let's listen to it with the modulation, of course. So these two silver knobs right here control the modulation aspect of the delay. Let's go ahead and add a touch of depth, and then we'll bring in the rate knob just a little bit to match the depth. And as you can barely see, the LED in the sort of middle left hand side, it's starting to pulse with the rate, which is really cool, because when I increase the rate, you can faintly see it's flashing at you, but we'll go ahead and play with it pretty low. Love to give you a taste of it. Really love how the age affects the depth and LFO. Makes it feel like an old vinyl record. Let's bump up the depth a little bit more, and then we are actually going to play with the oscillation momentary foot switch. So let's give it a listen. Pretty wild. It definitely has a hard stop when you release, which is nice if you need it in a flash. But let's just play with it a little bit more. love how that depth gets pretty wild, even at not not dimed out setting. But let's go ahead and hear it with the rate a little bit. Let's go all the way. Let's try it all the way. Here we go. Wild. Sounds like when Pinocchio's underwater looking for his father. Pretty wild. That is definitely a cool setting for a delay pedal. Now that we've tried all the settings, kind of felt how it feels in some of the positions, we are going to play with the most dangerous part of this pedal. And that is the warp switch. The warp switch is pretty crazy. I'm going to give you a very aggressive setting. You can already kind of hear it. Just because I want you to really feel it. But we'll kind of dime it in and give it a fair shot at proving itself to be a very useful setting. But here we go. Pretty wild. Now let's flip up this warp switch. Oh no. That is crazy. I love it. I definitely love how it affects the time and rate simultaneously. It kind of goes back and forth to the different delay settings and times that they're set to. But now that we have it like that, let's go ahead and dial it to where it's useful. You can use it in a live setting. I like it because it's almost like the Rainbow Machine when you activate that magic button, but in a delay form factor. Pretty unique. That's how it sounds. Let's go ahead and add some reverb from the Strymon Big Sky. We're gonna kind of go for a almost spacey, ginormous orchestral hall kind of tone. Let's give it a listen. I'll go ahead and pull my tone knob on my guitar all the way down. Okay, now that we've taken a listen at a couple of the different settings of the pedal, let's go ahead and listen to it in the context of a song. Here we go. The Blank Electronics reaching delay pedal is packed with inspiring tones and endless creative possibilities. Its lush repeats and rich modulation make it perfect for everything from subtle ambience to immersive soundscapes. If you're interested in picking up the Reaching Delay Pedal by Blank Electronics, click the link in the description to grab yours today from DeathCloud. As always, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next demo.